I spent my morning unloading all of my cosmetics and almost everything out of here. I've still got to get my hair dryers and things like that out, but this is what we're looking at. And I figured everyone else has been kind of on a delay, it seems like, so I'm gonna go ahead and just see what I can get done. And you can see all of my stuff, kind of, my sink is ready, I have a faucet ready, I'm ready. Anyway, I know things get delayed, but I'm going to start working on this hopefully today, and we'll see. I've got my new hardware. Of course, I'm going to take this off, but I've got my new hardware, and you can see, yeah, it definitely needs love. I got this in Nova Scotia. There was a local antique dealer that I traded him a whole tree for this, and so we're just going to see where this goes. Well, all of the drawers have been cleaned out. I have taken off all of the hardware and kind of wiped these out. They've still got a ways to go. I need to get some TSP and get everything scrubbed down. But basically, I have sanded this. This is still a little wet. But that's, you know, you can see where, and I had one guest, I think they were staying 2 nights, and I mean, I think they were probably my age, maybe a little bit older, drinking heavily, and they would bring up to their room copious amounts of liquor. And when they checked out, I rushed up to the room, and I found, and I don't really think, yeah, I think you can kind of see it here somewhere, but she had like a travel bag just for her toiletries and stuff, a little square thing. And I had, been cleaning their rooms for a couple of days, and I could see it there. But she had literally, I think it's right here, yeah, she had literally just took her travel case or something and just thrown it on top of this dressing table. And when I went, of course, they had everything packed up and they left. And when I went to check up on the room, there was bits of wood. I was livid. But, you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, it's definitely seen better days. And I will be so happy to get this done, or at least get it started. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you all about it. But what I've got here, now this is one of these relatively inexpensive chalk paints that was purchased at the big box store. Well, this, I put a shelf up above the loo, is basically this. I am not going to paint this sandstone, but what I do have is Nimbus. So I'm thinking it's kind of cloud-like and, you know, pretty, I'm hoping. And if I don't like the way it's looking, I'll just change it. But I'm going to do this. I might get a little bit of other different chalk paint and maybe do a little bit of a dry brush in these details like that. But you can see, yikes, you know, terrible. But overall, all I have to do now is take the mirror off, and I have kind of sanded it, but sand the rest of this top and get started on this. I've gotten everything as clean as humanly possible. The drawers definitely need some help, I'm trying to get this set up. Now I do have one of those really fancy, you can see my paint clothes, but yeah, I do have one of those really nice round brushes that, and now why I keep waiting to use it, I don't know. I really don't know. This is going to take a lot, I'm afraid. Let's see how this happens. I'm just gonna, you know what, I think I'm gonna do just a little bit and see. Now I sanded this entire top, the entire thing, but I'm gonna just kind of see how this dries and how this is going to stay on or not. I'm really hoping so, because I don't want to deal with buying more paint and getting this covered. I just don't want to do this again. I'm gonna see just a little bit. And I can see, I don't know if y'all can see, but I can see every little, but you know what? I think I'm just gonna have to love it for what it is. I'm gonna let this dry and see. So there we are, pretty much. It's a little crowded in here, but this is the first coat. Very streaky, but I went ahead and went for it, and this is what it looks like so far. So I think, minus my coffee I have here, I think that I've kind of got the top here as distressed and kind of dry brushed as I want. And what I've got here, now I did have this planned for my dress, not my dresser, but like I guess you'd call it a chest of drawers or a high boy. That's not going to happen. But this is what I've chosen for that piece. It's going to work just fine for this piece. And I probably will have one or two left over for maybe another piece of furniture in the future. But I've already opened this, and I'm going to open it for y'all so y'all can see. I'm thinking, I've never done anything like this. I'm thinking this is similar to the transfer kind of that I did for my stand mixer. Now with my stand mixer, the transfer, you can, touch and you can feel the transfer. But with these, from my understanding, I'll just set this here so y'all can see, from my understanding, should be, and make it look like it is like painted on here. So, and I keep moving this, and probably what I'll do, I have it upside down, and probably what I'll do is, I'm going to just kind of place it on here and see what happens. And there's, thank you for your purchase. And now the stick, I did bring in another tool here. This stick is meant to take this and to transfer it. Now I did buy, and I know I brought it in here, and I'm not sure where I put it. I'll bring it out in a moment. So I'm not really sure which tool. I paid extra for the other tool. It's like flat edge. It's kind of like a squeegee, except there's no rubber on it. It's just very, very firm. So, I basically just kind of, have to decide exactly where on the surfaces. And I think I'm going to probably do maybe a couple on my drawer fronts, maybe one here at this corner, and maybe another one here at this corner where the camera is, and maybe one here on this side. So I've got like caboodles of transfers to use. And yeah, I probably, will. And of course something else fell. And this is, your basic directions. Of course, what I've been doing, I've been trying to watch as many YouTube videos as possible, and kind of go from there. But I still, I'm not really sure if they're still in here. I don't think they are. The handles that I bought were not the right size, unfortunately. They were just really so beautiful, and I'm just not really sure what I'm gonna put here to replace them. I could try to plug the holes for these drawers up, sand it over and repaint it, and use the plugs, not the plugs, but the handles, the pulls that I do have. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do. But I'm going to get started on this today because I've got like a storage thing with all of my makeup, all of my, products in it. So, yeah, I'm going to get one done ahead of time before I bring y'all back. But I'm going to get one done and see how it goes. I wanted to come back and share with y'all. I grabbed my tool. Now, this is the one that came with the product itself. Excuse me. And as you can see, it's flat, and you can, get a good go on it. This is the one that I purchased separately. And as you can probably see, it has been used way before I even opened this. And I probably shouldn't have, but I did. I'll start with this one. And if I have really good success with it, then I'll just stay with it. And if I'm having a hard time, I'm thinking it might be a little bit better. Of course, although this one does have a smaller, but I'm thinking I might be able to bear down a little bit more on this one. And I went to lift it up, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, this one goes here, this one goes, what will fit on the piece of furniture here. And what I did is I started looking at this one, and I'm just going to open it just really quickly so you can see. I think you can see how this is going to be and how it goes on. So you don't really have to cut it out, so to speak. But what I am going to do is use this particular bird here for like right over here. We're going to see how that goes. I really just love the colors in it. They're muted, they're kind of muddy, and that seems to be the theme, or what I have been putting in this house is, muddy, not necessarily dark colors, although some people would think they're dark, but just kind of really mellow, muddy, comfortable colors. So this is the particular bird that's in question. And what I did is, of course, you can see I've got it taped off a little bit. I'm going to start from this way going that way, I think. I don't know. Maybe I need to rethink this. I'm not really sure. Oh, that's terrible. But anyway, I've kind of got it taped off. And what I did is I trimmed around here because I didn't want the whole print all the way up. And I just trimmed it off. I think there was another little bird coming this way. And then I trimmed off the bottom. There wasn't really anything on the bottom except excess material, but I wanted to, really get this down just as low on here as I could. And, I'm gonna, That's silly me. I'm gonna have to think, okay, I really do think I need to start this way and come this way. I think so. I think so. I think so. We'll see. So I'm actually really super happy with how the side came out. Now I still have to bring back my mirror. The frame that my mirror sits on comes, I guess, about an inch. And let's see, that's pretty close. I'm not really great with measurements, but it's okay if it kind of, I'm gonna think it's okay, even if it goes up under the video, up under that a little bit. So I'm thinking that's gonna be okay. Now, I've watched this. You can see it's starting to separate right here. I've watched this on YouTube, and I've seen them, and they will, you know, take this and then peel this back and rub and inch this thing along. You know what I did over there? Now, I should be ashamed telling y'all this, but I've got, I'm just going to take this off of here. It worked okay. I'm not telling you that's what you need to do, but it worked. It seemed to work okay for me over there. So what I'm going to do is as straight as I can. I do have a little bit of a guide here. And I'm going to look at that, and I think that looks pretty good. And I'm not really even sure if I need to tape this down. I used what they gave me. I used this stick, and I will show you. I'm going to just start from the edge over here. Of course, start at the beginning. And how it works, I mean, not really how it works, but how it's working for me, if I can. Come on. When you peel it up, after you've rubbed a little bit and you peel it up, let's see if I can do this properly. When you peel it up, you can see how it's clear here. If you see something that is still on here, you need to lay it back down and rub it again. And that's, you know, what I've been doing. I did not have any trouble over on the side over there doing this. And I'm gonna see, I can't say, if you're gonna do just one of these, I can't say that, you know, this is better than that. I'm trying to remember, $10, $15 or something on this, thinking, okay, that would be, you know, good. I'm going to see how this is going to work. And I apologize to all of y'all that this might be a little boring, but this is, you know, this is real time. It really, it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a lot of, you know, detailing. Like, I'm not seeing, maybe a little bit right there. And you can see my, I guess it's like Mylar or something, is clear. So I'm going to just keep going and carry on, and it is really just that easy, and it's really super pretty. And once I get my transfers on, I've got some beeswax and orange oil that I'm going to buff and rub onto this finish, and you know, just kind of mellow it out a little bit. And we'll go from there. But, you know, thanks for watching. So I'm not really sure that if this is going to pick up on video, but I have been using both of these. I think this is okay. Actually, what they include in the transfers works a lot better. And so what I've been doing is I've been peeling along, and I really kind of wanted to show y'all. I think it was really kind of a good example. You can see that Mylar, I guess it is totally, and I can see just like right there is just, you know, you will be able to see. You'll see that laid right down, and this is not wanting to lay down, so I'm going to have to come here and really give it a good push. But this is really so nice. It's coming out really so nicely. So don't, and which, I mean, I'm sure that they're not going to appreciate saying, don't spend your money there, but what they include with your transfers is just absolutely fine. Works perfectly. And there we are. There we are. And there we are. Basically, not finished, but it is on. And I think once I put on, gosh, sorry y'all. Once I put on the, you know, my mirror, it's just going to look really so cute. I think over here on this corner, on this opposite corner here, you'll excuse my mess here, I'm going to put just, you know, maybe one of, and I don't have it here, but they have like a really big yellow, like, I'm not sure what kind of a flower, but I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to basically leave it at that. So I've finally gotten my mirror painted. I haven't distressed it, I haven't dry brushed it or anything, and I basically have gotten it in place. But what I have been doing, this has been done a while now, a couple of 3 weeks, and what I'm using is, now I did already put a clear wax on here, but once I put these on here, what I've done is just used a little bit of this. It doesn't take a lot. And just a lint-free rag, and just make sure all of your transfers are laid down. And I'm doing the entire top here. And you can see some of the details start to come out. Once you put a little bit of wax on it, you can see some of the details start from there. My handles are arriving tomorrow, and I'm really happy about that. But so far, it's looking not bad. So a big yay! My handles have arrived from Amazon, and this is the first I have seen these. I'm hoping that these are going to work out, and I'm hoping I'll be able to just pop this right open. Yeah, they're really heavy. That's really nice. They're really heavy, and by golly, they're glass. For some reason, oh, there went my, but I don't know, for some reason I thought, oh, it's going to be plastic and it's going to be horrible, and it's really glass, and it's really pretty. This is really so sweet. So let's see if I can bring y'all down here. I've kind of got it in the finished mode, sort of. I'm doing all the small details, but let's see if I can move my hand out of the way. I think that's going to be really cute. As far as my very humble opinion is concerned, I think the bathroom is done, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. A little bit of storage, and I do like to have a candle burning We had a little bit of rain last night, and there's a definite chill in the air, and it's going to be cold this weekend, and I'm so keen on that. And I got a few things hung. My dressing table I used finally after a very long time. I got to use yesterday. Turn on a little bit of a light on the situation here. And I'm really loving my glass handles for my dressing table. I have a little bit of a night light here. And as you can see, I've got, you know, just a basic cabinet here. I really wanted my old dresser there, but it was just going to be too hard to, you know, retrofit. And a heated towel rack. That's going to be good tonight and tomorrow with the temperatures dipping. And of course a shower. Some much needed storage over there, which that was actually original to the house here. I just kind of painted it and said, cleaned it up really good. It was probably the cleanest piece of whatever was left in here. But yeah, it's, you know, I just honestly couldn't be more pleased with it. Very nice bathroom. Very nice. Thank y'all for watching. I want to, you know, just say thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing and watching. And I hope that y'all join me here again, home at my hollow.